Now with your body still, begin to bring attention to your breath. Notice which one is easier. Is it easier to inhale or is it easier to exhale? Just take a second and notice. And now once you've made that observation, let's open our eyes and start with our arms kind of relaxed down by our side. Maybe even shake out, wiggle the arms so they're relaxed. And we're going to make movement to the breath. So as you inhale, you're going to bring the arms out to the side. See how high they want to go. And then exhale nice and slow, bring the arms down. Pause at the bottom of the inhalation. And then inhale back up. Then exhale back down. Almost like envision yourself if you had wings and you were flying. Lifting your wings up and then flapping the wings down. So very smooth movements. Now we'll add in a little bit of a neck stretch. As your arms go up, look up. As your arms float down, look down. Notice if you can go just a little slower and a little higher with the arms. Just very mindful movements. Trying to remember to look up when your arms go up and look down as your arms come down. Let's do two more. Last one, and let's hold our arms in the air, up above you. And imagine that you are reaching up, but letting the shoulders soften. So maybe that means you kind of widen out your arms, more of a V-like shape as opposed to really strict. Good. Now lift the crown of your head up, so straightening the spine. You may feel your arms a little tingly because it's hard to hold your arms up for a long extended period of time. And now we're going to sweep the arms forward. So reach towards you and then sweep them back. And then inhale the arms back up. So almost if we're at a ball game, we're doing the wave. Exhale, head comes forward, arms go back. And then inhale the arms up. Reach and stretch, and then reach and stretch back. Maybe notice the air temperature around you, what you feel on your skin. These are like warm-ups. We're just trying to keep the muscles up so that they're more inclined to stretch. The body moves better when it's warm. You probably have noticed this. When it's cold, you just want to curl up in a ball and not move. That your body wants to be warm so muscles are more elastic. That's a weird word to say. And they have better range of motion. So let's do two more. As my arms are getting tired, I don't know about yours. And then arms back up. Arms come out by the side and then relax. How do you feel in the hands? So from the shoulders to the wrist and maybe the fingertips, go ahead and shake them out again. So see if you can, and again, try to send blood flow all the way down to your fingers. That little shake is also something that mammals do. We as humans don't do it very often, but when mammals get, you know, use their muscles or they get energized, sometimes they shake. It just shakes it out, sends the blood flow back there. All right. Now let's work on the feet. I'm going to scoot back just an inch so you can see my feet. So we're going to bring your feet about hip distance apart. If you take your two fists and place them in between your knees, that's about hip distance. And then now we're just going to inhale, rise up onto the toes. Exhale, lower the heels. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, lower. Take your time just moving. You'll feel the backs of your calf muscles were activating. Nice and slow, lifting up and taking your time lowering down. So shoulders are relaxed here. You can keep your hands on your legs or you can let them dangle. Just mindfully moving heels up, lowering heels down. Now see if you can go slower and pause. As you pause with the heels down, press the feet into the ground, suck your belly in. So is it inhale? And then the exhale, pause, squeezing the lower abdominals. It's that brain and body working together. Good. Now let's reverse this. So you might want to step just a little bit out so you're not as close as to knees over ankles, maybe just a little bit further. And we're going to do the opposite. So I want you to lift up the toes, keeping the heels down. When you lift up the toes, if you're not wearing shoes or socks, spread out your toes and then lower down. And we'll inhale up, exhale down. So focus on the front of your shins, right here. It's hard to remember. Keeping yourself together. So toes are lifting together in unison, right foot and left foot, because we're about to change it up. So we're going to, again, make the brain work a little bit, the brain and the body connection. I want you to lift your right foot up, keep your left foot down. Now lower right foot, lift your left foot up. So you're just going to pedal right, left, right, left, right, walking, right? One foot at a time. Now back to both feet. Both toes come off the ground at the same time. Two more. And now my legs are, my muscles down here are definitely warm now. Now let's work on the midsection. Hold on to your hip bones, your pelvis here, the top of your pelvis. And then move your shoulders to the right. So you're just going to lean to the right, hold on to your hips. And then come back through center, and then we'll lean over here to the left. And back through center, over to the right. Center, over to the left. And center. Now, let's take the arms out to a T. Make sure your feet are really rooted and grounded to floor beneath you. And now we're gonna reach to the right, almost if we're trying to reach over here to the side, and then come back through center. Reach to the left, try to touch something on this side of the room. And now back through center. Reach back to the right. See how you notice how you put weight on that right hip, and back through center. And then reach to the left. So now we'll do one more each side. Reach to the right. And center. Reach to the left. And center, lower the arms. Rest for just a breath. Reset your feet and your sit bones so you're nice and tall. Sweep your right hand forward, reach it up. Pat yourself on the back. So bend your right elbow, put your hand on your back, and just pat yourself. Give a nice pat. And then option is to take this left hand, bring it around and see if you can find your right fingertips. Mine don't reach, so I'm just gonna hold the top of my right elbow with my left hand. Lift your head up, straighten your spine, and then maybe lean slightly to the left. So you'll feel a nice long stretch here on your right side of your body. And this is good for your lymphatic system. Oh boy, definitely feel this one. And we'll come back up through center. Release your left hand, lower it down, stretch back up the right hand to the sky, and then bring your right hand across to your left knee. As you do that, lift your head up and twist to the left. You can take your left hand to the back of the chair for stability and just begin to twist. Spine is nice and long. Inhale for the length upwards. Exhale, see if you can deepen your twist. No forcing, just encouragement. Just encourage your body to go where in the direction you want it to. You're not forcing anything. Good job. All right, come back through center. Relax both hands by your hips. Breathe in and out. All right, reach your left hand forward and reach up. Now take that left hand, pat yourself on the back, bend your left elbow. So a little tap back there a couple times. And again, you may want to try the right hand going behind you. Again, mine still don't really reach, so I'm going to use this method where I'm taking my right hand to my left elbow. I'm just going to encourage that lift up in the left shoulder. And then slightly lean to the right. If this is too much, you don't have to. You can just keep your hand, right hand angle. And come back through center. Release your right hand down. Reach up with the left. And then we're going to take it across over here to the right leg. Right hand to the back of the chair. And lift up and take a twist. Always be breathing. And come back through center. Relax both arms down by your waist. All right, now sit back to the back of your chair, lift your feet up off the ground, and then step them back down. I want you to lean forward, so bringing your belly over your legs, and then lean back and lift the feet up again. Doesn't matter how high they come off the ground, lean forward. Rock nice and slow back to the sit bones, knees come up, feet come off the ground. Even if it's a little bit, just rock. Just rock. Nice and slow. We haven't gone into a forward fold yet, so we're just warming up the abdomen a little bit more. Good. And now next time your feet touch the ground, hold here. Point the tip of your head forward. Reach your arms back like you're flying. So wings back, head is pointed forward. Your back is nice and straight. And now bring your hands to the outside of your ankles. Option here is to look up or to stretch the back of your neck to look under the chair. Relax your shoulders, relax your hands down your legs. Regardless of whether you touch the floor or not, just let the arms drape on the outside of your legs. Now breathe in and out and see if you can expand the muscles around your rib cage, especially on that back side. Your lungs are pretty close to the back side of your ribs. You might feel it a little more intensely there. Take 2 more deep cleansing breaths, nice and slow exhales. And then when you're ready, come up almost as slow as you possibly can. Sit nice and tall, and then we're gonna roll to the edges of our toes. So the pinky toe, so your knees go out and you're on the edge of your feet, making a little butterfly wings. We're gonna take the right hand to the right leg and turn and look over your left shoulder. Now come back through center. We'll switch sides, the left hand to the inside of your left knee, look over your right shoulder. Get a little tug on that left shoulder blade here. Come back through center. Now we're going to reach a little lower. Reach down a little lower to maybe the right calf or the little lower below the knee. And then extend your left arm out behind you. And come back with the left arm. Left arm goes to the inside of the left leg, maybe a little below the knee. Reach out with the right hand, go back, twist. A little deeper stretch in the abdomen. And now back through center. Bring your feet back to the floor so the soles of your feet touch. Slide your hands down your shins into a forward fold. All right, nice and slow, rise up. As you rise up, let's bring the right knee in. Circle your right ankle. So yesterday, I had my father for Father's Day over here for dinner, and he kind of doesn't really know what I do, although he's a jogger, so he likes to exercise. And he was complaining of back pain. And I was like, you know what I teach? I teach, help for back pain and stuff like that. And he's like, oh, yeah, you know how guys are. And I asked him if he could touch his feet. And he's like, no way. And I was like, well, if you do a little bit of yoga every week, you're going to be able to reach further. Some people you can't change, but if I could just teach everybody how to do yoga, they might be happier. Can't even get my own father doing. All right, lower the right leg. Let's move up to the left knee. Bring your left knee in. And circle that left ankle. Yeah. Just move and flex and point and find range of motion in the foot. All right, now we're going to move through some sun salutations with the knee coming up. So lower left leg. All right, sit nice and tall, feet again about hip distance apart. Hands start by the waist. And we're going to come up through the sides. So we're going to inhale, arms out to a T, and then all the way up. Hinging at the waist, so reach forward, come into your forward fold all the way down, reach for the floor. Slide your hands up to your knees or your shins, point your head forward, flat back. Exhale, fold. Reach your arms back out. As you do that, press weight into your left leg, right knee comes up. Gorgeous. Now, lower the hands, lower the foot, forward fold over both legs. Inhale, half lift. Exhale, fold. Arms go out, left knee comes with you. Exhale, lower left knee, lower arms, fold forward. Lift up halfway. Fold. Right knee comes up with the arms. See if you can go a little higher with the knee. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Rise up with the left knee. Arms come up. Stretch upwards. Exhale, forward fold. Now do 2 more rounds on your own. If you can't remember the pattern, make up your own pattern. It is all about breath and movement. And when you finish that last one, lower both feet to the ground, close your eyes and just bring your hands to prayer. Sit nice and tall. I want you to notice how you feel. And again, notice the breath pattern. Can you slow your exhalation? All right, we'll open our eyes. Lean forward, keeping your hands in prayer. We're going to twist to the right. So left elbow points to right knee. As you do that, step out the left leg. So point, straighten your left knee and twist to the right. Ooh, it's a big twist. Now come back through center. Reach your arms in front of you and then fold over your left leg. So if you can stretch that left side. Couple breaths here. And slowly rise up. Lift up your left toes so that you're pushing out through the sole of your foot. Roll your shoulders back. And then inhale the arms out to the side and up. Lift up your left leg. Press through your left heel. So you're pushing it out and away. Bend the knee, lower the foot, and fold. Lift up halfway, and then fold. Rise up. Hands to prayer at your heart. Lean forward. We're going to take a twist to the left, so right elbow points to left knee. And straighten out the right leg, toes on the ground for this one. Twist to the left. You're just trying to turn the torso towards the left side, so your belly button points to the left. It's a big twist. And now come back through center and stretch both hands over your right leg. Just give it a second there. Nice and slow, rise back up. As you do that, lift your Point your right toes off the ground, sit tall. Lift up the leg, lift up the arms. Ooh, push out through your right foot. Bend the knee, lower, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Rise up, lift your right knee with you. Kick out your right foot. Take your left hand, reach it for your right toes, right hand, reach it behind, seated twist. Woo! You got it. Reach up, bend the right knee, lower the right foot, and fold. Lift up halfway. Exhale, fold. Arms go out. As you go out with the arms, lift up your left leg, push through your left heel. Now we're going to twist. Right hand goes back, left hand goes forward. Reach for your left toes with your right fingers. Inhale, arms up. Bend the knee, forward fold. There is our pattern. Let's try it again. Lift up halfway, fold forward, rise up, right knee comes with you. Extend the right leg, twist to the right, left hand forward. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, lower the foot, forward fold. Lift up halfway and fold. Rise up, left knee comes with you. Push out through the left foot, straighten the left knee. Right hand goes forward, left hand goes back. Inhale, arms up, bend the knee, fold over both legs. One more time. Lift up halfway, fold. Arms out, right knee comes with you. Push out through your right foot, twist to the right, left hand forward. Inhale, both arms up, bend the knee, fold. Half lift, fold again. Arms go out, left knee comes up. Push out through your left foot, twist to the left. Reach up with both arms, bend the knee, forward fold. Lift up halfway. Fold. Arms out, press both feet into the ground. We're going to pause here with our eyes closed, hands at prayer, and just notice how you feel again. Just check back in. If we're going too fast or too slow for you, modify. You don't have to do every pose. This practice is meant to guide you so that you can make choices that fit your needs. So if it doesn't fit your needs, go slower, make different choices. You are ultimately in control. So maybe you just notice the temperature you're feeling now. Are you warmer? I definitely am. All right, good job. Well, let's take our time and open our eyes and come to do some standing postures next. So we've done quite a few forward folds. So we're gonna practice some downward dogs and up dogs next. I'm gonna cut off my head. Always a technical issues with me. Trying to make sure you can see me. Okay, so I'm gonna stand directly behind my chair and just kind of settle, shake everything out. See if without doing too much effort, can you tighten your leg muscles and maybe your glutes? Can you just kind of squeeze the legs and then relax, so maybe the knees soften. And do that again. Squeeze and tighten everything. And then relax and do it. Now, we're going to hold onto the chair with both hands. Step back into your downward facing dog. And just like you were a second ago, we're going to squeeze and tighten the legs. See if you can do that again. Squeeze the knees, like the kneecaps come up, the legs get tight, and then soften. Maybe bend your knees. Look in between or look down in between your arms. See if you can get your head a little lower. Maybe you can bring your belly closer to your knees. Bend your knees some to get there. It's a good stretch for the shoulders. Good. Now we're going to rise up. Come onto your tippy toes. Lean your hips towards the chair. Make sure your chair's not going to move. Lift the crown of your head up. Squeeze your glutes. And push back, downward facing dog. Now do that a couple times. Inhale, come up. Exhale, go back. Inhale up. And exhale back. I lost Jane. I hope she didn't, maybe she just jumped off. All right, next time you come into down dog, just hang there for a second. You're just gonna take a breath or two with your legs straight. And now when you're ready, we're gonna step the right foot towards the chair. Slightly turn the left toes to the left side. Bend the right knee, look up so your head is neutral. Find a balance. This is our warrior one. We've done a lot of these. We're going to take the arms off the chair if we can balance. And now take your fingertips and tap your heart. And then open the arms. Two more. Tap your heart. And then open the arms. Last one. Tap the heart. Open the arms. Now shift your weight to that right knee. Take your hands back to the chair. Lift up the left leg. Just kind of balancing on that right leg. If you're feeling crazy, you want to put your hands on the seat, you can go over the chair, you can do that too. All right, nice and slow, bend into the right knee, touch down the left foot. Sink the feet back into the ground. And take the arms back up or out to the side. Hands come back to the chair. And step back, downward facing dog. Push the hips away, stretch the arms forward. And just take a couple of breaths here, resting, recovering from that movement. All right, here we go. Other side, lift up through the chest, step your left foot towards the chair, push back through your right heel, right toes are pointed slightly to the right, bend into your left knee, stabilize your stance, take the arms out, tap your heart with all 10 fingers, and then open the arms, so we're balancing, tap the heart. One more. Good. Now, take the hands back to the chair. Bend into your left knee. See if you can get the right foot off the ground, even if it's low. See if you can lift that. We're putting a lot of weight on the left leg. All right, when you're ready, touch back down with the right foot. Make sure you're grounded. And then bring the arms up for the balance. Exhale the hands back to the chair. Step back, downward facing dog. Let's move into a little bit of a pyramid pose, similar to Virabhadrasana 1, but we're going to add on something. So step your right foot forward. And we're going to keep the right knee straight. So let's start by just getting kind of stable in the hips. So the chair is there if you need it. See if you can bring your shoulders over your hips, starting here. All 10 toes are facing forward, so adjust. If you're finding it hard to balance, widen your step so that the legs are more parallel, not on a balance beam. So they're like railroad tracks, okay? Now the hips, you want both hips to be forward and then one not to be in front of the other one. So you kind of want to just adjust that as needed. One's not higher, one's not lower, one's not going to the side. Now, keep a soft back of the right knee. Lean forward and bring your forearms to the chair. So I'm just interlacing my hands because that feels comfortable to me. Now I want you to encourage your right hip to go back and your left hip to kind of come forward because everything's kind of getting wonky now that we're leaning forward. Maybe you can feel a good stretch in the right leg, the right hip. Are you breathing? Long, slow exhales. These are deep muscle groups we're working with. Good. Now bring your right forearm across the top of the chair. Actually, I lied. Bring your left forearm, left forearm, and then that's going to bring the left hip down. Now reach your right arm up and twist. You might feel a little tug on your IT band. If that doesn't feel good, hold your right hip with your right hand. All right, come back through center, bend into the right knee, and try again to lift up the left leg. Again, strengthening the right leg by pushing it into the ground. And touch back down with the left foot. Nice and slow, step back to your downward facing dog. And rest and recover. Keep breathing. All right, now we're going to move into the pyramid on the left leg. Step your left foot forward. We'll start with the knee straight. Balance out your body, so you may want to toe heel the foot out a little wider, so your stance is widthwise. Go like this, not like this. And you can even touch your hips to notice which direction they're pointing in. Toes are pointing forward. Now see if you can lean back some. So straightening the spine. Now hinging just at the waistline, bring it forward. Take your arms, forearms, or hold, interlace your hands in front of you. And then adjust. See if you can slide back your left hip. Right hip comes forward, so it looks, you're making the hips not, one not working harder than the other, so the pelvis is neutral. Let me hang out here and just see what we feel. Now we'll keep the right arm on the chair and reach out with the left arm for the twist. And take your left hand back to the chair, bend into your left knee, lean forward and float the right leg up. And nice and slow, touch back down, right foot. And we'll step back to downward facing dog. Ooh. Wag your tail, move your hips a little side to side. Good, now bend your knees, come into a little squat. And then straighten the legs and point your head a little closer to the ground. Bend your knees again. And then release your hands from the chair if you can do so and stand up as you straighten your knees. Exhale the arms down by the waist. Good. Now we're going to stand to the right side of our chair. So I'm just going to move so you can see me. So walk around to the right side of your chair. So I'm holding on with my left hand. We're going to come into eagle pose. So maybe I'm going to step out just a little bit further. We'll start by putting our attention on the left leg. Use your left hand to hold the chair. Lift up your right knee. So we're balancing on your left leg. Now I'm going to cross the right ankle over the left. So my knees hug in. And then bend the knees, drop the hips, and go as low as it feels comfortable for you right now. So if it doesn't feel comfortable, stay up higher. If you're doing good, come a little lower. Now, option is to take the hands to prayer if you're balancing. Okay, immediately I just felt my breath just start to breathe faster. So notice what happened to your breath. All right, I'm going to slowly lift up, uncross the legs, shake it out. All right, let's try it again. We're going to go a little deeper now. Left hand stays on the chair. Inhale, right knee up. Stand nice and tall, shoulders back. Cross over, eagle pose. We're going to wrap the legs around. Right big toe goes on the ground. Drop the hips just a little bit, doesn't have to go far. Keep the left hand on the chair. Reach your right arm over for the side stretch. Now, option to kick out right leg, mindful of what's around you, and just stretch out through the right side. Right hand can go up, or you can stay onto the hip. And when you're ready, just touch back down both feet. Find your grounding again, stand tall. All right, let's move to the other side. Take your time. Just going to scoot to the other side of the chair. So now my right hip is close to the chair. Let's step out just a bit so I can feel my hand touching the chair. I've got a little space. Go easy on the first one. Put your weight into the right leg. Lift your left knee up. Cross your ankles or your knees. And then begin to kind of feel out, can I bend? Can I lower my hips? What's going on here? Can you keep breathing? Good job. Release and unwrap your legs. You may find one side is a lot tighter than the other. That's normal. Our bodies are not symmetric, and we use one side of our body way more than we use the other side. So start by standing tall. Lift up the outer left knee. Cross it over. Find your eagle pose with your legs. Sink down just a bit. Option to take out left arm. And lean and reach. An option to stretch back out to the left. As you do that, kick out the left leg. Little half moon pose. And lower down. All right, standing nice and tall. Option here is to turn the chair back towards you or not. So if you don't want, you can try not using the chair, see if it works for you or not. You're going to inhale the arms both up. And then exhale, bend the knees, bring your hands to your knees. So you could either be the chair or your knees. Now look forward and draw your shoulders back and push your buttocks behind you. This is our flat back. Now reach the arms forward and straighten the legs, reach back up. Exhale the arms down. Let's try it again. Inhale, both arms up the center. Exhale, bend the knees, bring the hands to the knees. Look forward, shoulders go back away from your ears. Reach forward, bend the knees, and then straighten the legs up. And the hands come down. Now step your feet out wide. So your hips are right under your shoulders, but your toes are just wider than your hips. Now bring your arms out to a T. Now hinge at the waist and come into a flat back. See how that feels. Soften the backs of the knees. And then exhale the hands down. If you can reach for the floor, great. If not, reach for the chair. You can always put your hands back on the chair or the floor. Even if you can't touch the floor, just reach. With all these grandbabies you guys are having, this is what you're going to be doing, picking up toys. All right, bend into the knees. Reach the arms out and up. Hands to the heart center. Toe heel the feet back together. And stand tall. All right, let's make our way back to the chair. Good job, everybody. We'll come back and have a seat. Let's just kind of shake out the knees. Do a couple little windshield wipers. And it's been a while since we've done a little pigeon pose or figure four, so let's go for that today. And now we're going to sit tall, lift the right knee up, give it a squeeze. And then we're going to place the right ankle on top of the left knee or crisscross them at the ankles. If you can get your right ankle on top of your left knee, go for that. If your knee's way up here, don't worry about it. It happens to a lot of people. But what I want you to think about is encouraging it to go down. So rather than it coming up, just, talk to your knee, tell it to go down. And again, maybe squiggle in your chair to get comfortable, sit nice and tall, shoulders over hips. And then place your left hand on your right foot, so the sole of the foot. What that does is it reminds the foot to be flexed. When you flex the foot, it protects the knee joint here, the right knee joint. Now, with a straight spine, bring yourself forward just until you feel something. The moment you feel something, stop. Take that deep breath in and exhale out. And as you exhale, see if you can go just 5% more. You don't have to go at 100% the first time. Take your time getting there. Your body will tell you where to stop. You just have to listen to it. And if you think you can go more, the next time you exhale, lean just a little deeper. Just a reminder, there should never be sharp shooting pain. If that is bone on bone or sharp shooting pain, come right out of it. Do not try to injure yourself. Stay here for 3 more breaths. That's 3 more inhales and 3 more exhales. Nice job, guys. When you're ready, bring your shoulders back over your hips. Stretch out that right leg. Give it a couple kicks with the knee. Send some blood flow back to that leg. Nice. And gently lower the right foot down. Scoot back to the edge of your chair if you find yourself in the back side. Sit tall and lift up your left knee. Then we'll hold on to the left ankle. And if you can, place it on top of your right knee. If this knee is not working, bring it over here and crisscross down by the ankle. So take which one works for you on this side. It might be different than the other side. Again, readjust your sit bones and how you're sitting in your chair. Place your right hand on your left foot if your foot is on top of your knee. And then try to sit tall. Again, if the knee's up here, don't worry about it. It's not going to feel great. I know. That the point is, this is a deep stretch in your piriformis muscle. So just let it sink in. If you don't need to lean forward, don't lean forward. So we'll take a deep breath in. As you exhale, bring your shoulders more closer to your shin. Spine is straight, not rounded here. And again, if you can take a deep breath in. As you exhale, if you can give it 5% more, go for it if it doesn't cause pain. Take 3 more breaths. And on that third one, gently bring yourself back. Lean back, straighten out left leg, give it a couple kicks. And we're going to come into a little back bend here, a little fish pose. Lower your left foot, lower your right foot, straighten out your knees, sit to the edge of your chair. Take your hands back and hold the side of the seat of the chair or behind it. Mine's got little sides. I'm going to turn to the side so you can see what's happening here. Just straighten out the legs, hands are back, roll the shoulders back, and then push your belly forward. So squeezing the shoulder blades together, straighten both legs, and see if you can bring your chest forward, your shoulders back. Chin is slightly tucked. You don't want it pushing forward, just slightly tucked here. Good. Now release your hands, reach up. Don't fall out of your chair, but be careful. We're going to come into just seated forward fold. Reaching for the shins, the ankles, wherever it's accessible to you. Now slowly slide your hands up. Lean back and lift your legs, bend your knees, hug both knees into your chest if you can. Curl up in a little ball, and then lower your feet to the ground. And place yourself wherever you want to be for our couple minutes of meditation. So if it feels better to move to a couch or lay on the floor, you're welcome to do that. Once you get settled, I'm going to count some breaths for you. And if you can't do it, don't worry, not a big deal. Just envision yourself doing these. So we'll inhale and then we'll exhale for a little bit longer. So with your eyes closed, just breathe freely. And now next time you inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Now just breathe naturally. But focus on that exhalation. When the mind is still and stable, the respiration is still and calm. It allows the body become stable and calm along with emotions. The mind is the controller, the king of our senses. Prana is the king of our mind, and the rhythm is the king of our prana. And this rhythm is the sound of inner peace. Now bring yourself back into this time and space we share together. Feel your different body parts, maybe wiggling your fingers and toes. Maybe bring a smile to your face. And then when you're ready, you can take stretches in any direction you like. If you want to reach your arms up or out to the side or stretch your legs, kind of make some movements that feels good, waking back up. And then when you're ready, we'll bring our hands to Anjali Mudra, sit nice and tall, in acknowledgement of your practice. My wish, my hope for each of you is that you breathe slow and you live a long, healthy life. Thank you so much for being with us today. Namaste.